Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday morning here? We're talking about it's going to warm up today, warm up this weekend. Everything's supposed to start warming up, and the sun will come out, and that's going to just, I think, help everybody out here. Morning, Crystal. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you on here. And, hey, while you're here, you're the only one I've saw log in yet. I'm going to do an experiment. I don't know how to see the comments. Let me see if I can get where I can get the comments up here. Nope, that's where I can write a comment. Anyway. Oh, there you are. I see you now. Okay. I'm going to turn my phone. Did it stay? It says you can't turn your phone while recording. Okay. Did I go sideways while this happened? Am I sideways or am I up and down the right way? I'm going to stand it back up because it told me I couldn't do it. And that way we're good to go. And so, hey, morning, Quinter. How are you? So I'm going to do this again. Okay. Now, is it back straight now? Now that I stood it back up, is it back straight? Tomorrow, I'm going to do an experiment of logging in while it's sideways and see if that works. I got to get ready for Sunday. Boom! Anyway, I was, I just had to play my video nerd stuff and all that stuff to see if it would go sideways and not sideways. I want to learn it all. Morning, Buck. How are you doing? You messed me up having one name on Facebook and another name on Facebook. Hey, Ty, how are you doing, man? It's so good to see you. Hey, I was reading, I subscribe to the daily email from a group called the Moravians. Every time I say I was reading the Moravian text, other pastors are staring at me crazy. I'm like, what are they, a cult? And they're like, no. Their books are just hundreds of years old. And I'm like, I don't know any of their books. I just get the email that tells me a little bit of Old Testament, a little bit of New Testament, a little bit of Psalms. And morning, Marla. Through all of this, and I'm sorry, I got to quit reading the comments. I'm going to stop reading comments. But good morning, Janine. As I read this, it's just an email from Moravian Text. So that's how I stay on task, where I go through the Bible. I don't pick just my favorite parts, and it's not the only part I read. It's just a small little every day kind of keeps me on sequence. If I miss a day, I get caught up later. If I get ahead, it's not a sin to get ahead. But in Exodus chapter 31, right at the very beginning of Exodus 31, okay, they've been coming off where, they're setting up everything for how the priests are going to operate. And, they're laying out for the ark and all this. And Moses is going up, getting the commandments. There's all this stuff going on. And Exodus 31, the Lord also spoke to Moses, tells him he's appointed this guy, says, I filled him with God's Spirit with wisdom, understanding, and ability in every craft. And these are the guys that are going to be doing a lot of the building, a lot of the work of constructing the ark, doing that. There's another one he talks about, and he says, I've put wisdom in the heart of every skilled artisan in order to make all that I've commanded you. And in that, you know this. I mean, you've heard this. God gave these guys these gifts and these talents where they could build this ark and where they could do all this stuff, where God gave them instructions of how to do it, but then he didn't abandon them. He walked with them. Well, last night I was texting Cody Shutter about some other stuff. And many of you know Cody. He operates the camera for us on Sunday. He does so much of our tech work. It's not funny. Cody just graduated from Austin Peay in December with a Bachelor of Science Nursing. So he's gone to work at Vanderbilt. And I've really been praying for Cody. I'm like, I cannot imagine. Here's a guy brand new in the nursing field. I mean, fresh out of college. He's done all of his other stuff and all that. But Vanderbilt, the best in Tennessee to my knowledge. And gets the job, and I'm so thrilled for him. And then it's Corona time, and you're like, you gotta be kidding me. Poor guy. But I'm like, he's done well in school. Maybe God didn't make a mistake. And I look at, maybe Cody was groomed for this hour. And this is going to be a chance he's going to get to practice what he's learned. He's going to get to grow. So I watch this and I'm like, man, who's really in charge of this, God or Vanderbilt? And how God has created these guys with the ability to learn and the ability to understand things. See a Marla on here. I can say I was talking to Mike the other night, and Mike was just blistering my mind with some knowledge he had. And I'm looking at this, and I'm watching the news last night or this morning, one or other, and I try not to watch too much news or listen to too much news. But everybody had an opinion about the governor, about the call he made was right, the call he made was wrong, all this other stuff. And I'm like, you're not the governor. You're a stinking news reporter. Stop trashing the man. Just report the facts and leave your opinion out. And that's just my personal pet peeve. It's not a political stance other than, come on, man, And as I watch this, I'm really getting encouraged. And then last night, I'm in a group text with a group of pastors from our Southern District. And they start talking about all of our Facebook Lives on the church pages have been pulled off. Now, they came right back a little bit later on. And we found out it was just on the app. It wasn't on like if you went through a browser. And for about that long, I went into full-blown conspiracy theory. I went into full-blown, they're out to get us, man. And I click over to Technitis where I make the ink pens and all that stuff. And my live stream was still there. I come over to the Crossroads page, it's not there. And none of our live streams were there. The sermons weren't there. The daily chats wasn't there. Nothing was there. And I'm thinking, conspiracy, and somewhere there was a part of me knowing I was wrong. But it just felt so good to blame somebody. It just felt so good to get blame game going because it was sin and it was appeasing to the flesh. And as I'm beginning to ponder and chew here and see this in Exodus chapter 31 about where there's skilled craftsmen, it's reminded me, you know what, man, God hadn't made no mistake with the people that he's got. And he even used the sinful judges for his glory ultimately. When we get over here in Psalms over and over and over, we've been reading about how in hard times God is still there. Whenever I get over here to the New Testament reading today, in Matthew, and I'm there in Matthew 26, and it's where Jesus is saying, tonight all of you will fall away. And Peter was the vocal one that says, I will never do it. And then we all know 3 times before the rooster crowed. And so hey, in this time we're in, let's understand, we don't know everything, but we do know Jesus. And we do know that if we keep our eyes on him, we're going to have more hope during this time. And we know that hope comes from being linked and tied to him. And we know that when we're tied to him and we keep our eyes on him, we can get through this. It's not a conspiracy that the world's out to get us. Yes, Satan came to kill, steal, and destroy. But Jesus came that we could have life and have it abundantly, even during Corona time, even during quarantine. I'm getting ready to leave in just a minute. I've got an essential run I have to do, but while I'm out, I'm going to go by and pick up a couple dozen donuts and drop them off at an urgent care. I've already shot my text to say, hey, are y'all going to let me in and not think I'm a creeper? I've got a little allergies going on here, but it's no, it's no sickness. I mowed the grass and I've been huffing sawdust. And so, I got a little going on, but so, hey, I want everybody to have a great day. Everybody just, man, take a moment and relax today. Take a moment, get in the Word. Enjoy a moment of silence and solitude, listening to the peace of the Lord. Don't let the crazy of the world speak to you. Don't listen to that. Let the Word of God speak. Speak the truth. Speak life. Speak hope. Y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all later on.